I've been waiting to do this video for so long, and eventually it's here. I ordered this chair, the Secret Lab Joker Edition, about 2 months ago. It finally arrived a couple of days ago, so we're going to go ahead and do a review. Let's go. Hi guys, welcome to Finesse Gaming. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. So we're going to do a quick unboxing, although I couldn't take a video. Unfortunately, the camera broke. I did take a couple of pictures, so we'll just go quickly over how it was boxed, how it was packaged, some of the information in there, and yeah, just go over everything in the box, and then we're going to go ahead and do a review of it after having it for a few days. So I hope you do enjoy the video, guys. If you do, consider dropping a like, hit that subscribe button, and turn notifications on. Your support will be hugely appreciated. And without any further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, first things first, when you open up the box, the first thing you will see is a massive instruction manual. It's pretty much, well, it is the size of the box. It's huge. So it's really easy to see, it's really easy to follow, it's nice and clear. All the information is on there. There was no problem whatsoever in putting this together, following the steps. There were 12 steps altogether to go through, and like I said, really simple to go through. Pretty much anybody could put this together. It would be easy to do this if there were two of you, but if there was just one of you by yourself, it's still easy-ish to do. Just make sure you've got something to lean up against to take the weight of the chair. And then in the packaging itself, the first thing is the base of the chair, which is a solid metal. You can tell the quality of the materials used here is quite heavy. And you also get this accessory box. So in the box there's a few different things which we'll see in a second, but that's quite a nice little addition. After that we've got the actual base of the chair, and after that we've actually got the back of the chair, and lastly we've got the hinge or the recline that goes just underneath the chair. So it comes in 4 parts pretty much with that accessory pack as well. So in that accessory pack you've got the 5 feet for the bottom of the chair, and you've also got these 2 magnetic clips which just go underneath the armrest to cover up a little bit of the screws and the metal showing. And again, they are magnetic, they just clip on really easily. Very, very nice addition to have. And then underneath that layer on the packaging, you've got a little toolbox with a few different things in there. I think there's an Allen key and a few other things to use to put the chair together. You've got the 2 levers that go underneath the chair to do the recline and to do the height adjustments. And you've also got the thing there in the middle that goes at the bottom of the chair to cover the little piston thing. So it took me probably about 15-20 minutes to put together. It was really simple. And then the only other 2 things in the box are the pillow that comes with it at the top here, which is incredibly comfy and incredibly soft. And I've actually got this behind my back at the moment is the lumbar support. And both of those are incredibly soft foam. You can see the little detailing here in the purple to match the aesthetic of this whole chair. And I have to say, we'll go on to some of the positives in a second of the chair, but it is incredibly well made. That's one good thing with it. So this is very, very soft. The headrest, I would have said, is even softer again. And yeah, that's the 4 pieces that came with the chair. Okay, so probably the number 1 reason people are buying a chair at this price, which we'll talk about in a second, and the reason people are buying gaming chairs and expensive chairs is for comfort. That is the number 1 thing. You could put comfort and support kind of together, but comfort is the key thing. You need to be in a comfy position. If you're going to be sitting here for maybe 8 to 10 hours a day gaming or doing content creation or whatever you may be doing, working in an office, you need to be comfy. So this is one of the big positives with this chair. It is incredibly comfy. Probably one of the most comfortable chairs that I've sat in. Certainly one of the most comfortable gaming chairs or desk chairs, office chairs that I have sat in. So the base of the chair, although it's quite a solid feel, does have a little bit of bounce in it, and it is very, very comfortable to sit on. It doesn't hurt over a long period of time. It's not as soft as some like lounge chairs, should we say, but it is more comfortable than all the other gaming chairs that I've ever bought. So the design of this one, the Omega, is pretty much like a box seat, so you almost sink into it. So the bottom of the seat, the base is hinged on either side, and so is the back. It kind of curves around. It's almost like having a big hug from a koala bear. It's incredibly comfy. It does kind of hold you in position nicely, so the support is great. One of the key things with these chairs is the comfort and the support, and I have to say, having now sat in it for a few days, it is incredibly good. To give it a rating, I'd have to give it 10 out of 10. I mean, I can't literally find a fault with it in the amount of support it gives. So that's the comfort and the support done, which is the main reason you're going to buy a chair. We should also mention the armrest. So these are a little bit harder than some of the chairs. The memory foam, or the foam inside it, is a little bit harder than the leather and the pillow, but you can easily rest your arms on them and not have any problem with them whatsoever. They don't hurt your arms, they're not plastic, so they are very comfortable. Still just a tiny little bit harder than some of the chairs I've had. And they have 4-way adjustment, so they can move up, down, they can move in, out, forwards and backwards, and they can also tilt inwards. And the adjustability of the seat as well won't disappoint you. So there's a lever on the right hand side that when you pull up and lean back, it will recline. Then underneath that you have another lever that just height, so you can move this thing up and down, make it higher or lower. Obviously that's most chairs. And on the other side is when you can adjust or lock the chair from reclining even further. So if you actually switch the chair to recline, pull the lever up, go as far back as you can, it will lock into place, and then use the recline feature as well. This is the position you end up in. So pretty much you don't need a bed. You can literally go to sleep on this chair. It is literally like lying down, okay? It's almost flat. Well, that's what it feels like. So incredibly good for that. I don't really know why you would ever use it unless you wanted to go to sleep on your chair, but it's there, I suppose, if you want it. So it obviously does have a lot of adjustability. It can go in all directions and it can move quite a lot. Actually, it can go a lot higher, I've noticed, than my other chairs. So if you do want to sit a little bit higher, you can do. And the armrest, because they can be lowered, it kind of matches up to the desk, so you can actually fit in and not have the armrest hitting the desk or having to sit too far back so the armrests are away from the desk. You can lower them usually below the desk if you needed to. Then we've got the aesthetics. So obviously this is the Joker chair. This is the Joker version, which is a limited edition, came out recently. I believe this was the first drop of them, which I was lucky enough to get. So the attention to detail of this chair is absolutely staggering, actually, from the stitching all over the chair, which is absolutely fantastic, which we'll look at in a second, to just the way it's all pieced together, to the way it's packaged in the box. You can tell that they've taken a lot of time in actually considering how everything should work and how it all goes together. And added to all of that, all of the aesthetics match perfectly. So on the chair, on the Joker one itself, we have stitching all down the side, color coordinated all the way through. You have little Joker heads stitched into the purple part of the backrest. You have the Joker badge on the back and the Joker badge on the front, and also as an added little thing, the cushion and the lumbar support both are color coordinated to the chair. So the attention to detail is fantastic, and the actual quality of the workmanship is just beyond any other chair that I've had. So I can't fault them again. It's just 10 out of 10 literally for all of the things so far. So whichever colorway you actually end up going for, whether it be the Joker one or a different one, the actual cushion at the back here, the Secret Lab sign and the Omega sign on the lumbar support is actually matched, color coordinated to the chair. So again, they could have just done that as a single color and just done the same cushion for all chairs. They haven't. They've taken the time to actually match them up so the aesthetics look fantastic. I have to give them props for that. I mean, that's more work than they needed to do. It's more cost to them, but they've gone ahead and done it, and it does make a difference to the aesthetics of the chair. So mad props for them for that. So the next thing we're going to talk about is something that's not really ever mentioned, but the actual weight itself of the chair. So my old chairs are quite light, to be honest with you. You can easily push them around. This is a wooden floor in here, and I can easily move them around the room. There's no resistance whatsoever. You can just push them with one finger. This chair is noticeably heavier than all of those chairs. So this actually weighs 30 kilograms approximately, which is a lot for a chair, but that's because of all the materials and the quality of all the materials in it, and it doesn't move. Like, I can literally push back and I'm not really moving anywhere, right? There's a bit of resistance there, so I am kind of held in place. That is good. You don't want to be gaming and suddenly jump, move, and the whole chair flies back and you can't reach your desk anymore, which would be annoying. So like the weight of it, I mean, it's not something that's like a positive or negative, but you can tell quality is there. 30 kilograms is a lot for a chair. So again, a noticeable difference between this and my other gaming chairs that I've had in the past. And like I said earlier, the number one reason you're basically buying a chair, certainly at this price point, is because of the comfort and the support that it's going to give you. It is far beyond the other ones. You can tell that like immediately by sitting in it. The lumbar support is far better. This headrest is incredible. So this is made from memory foam, but it's a cooled memory foam in the headrest, and the lumbar support is just memory foam. Both are incredibly comfy. I don't know of another pillow that's as comfy as this one, amazingly, so I might take this up and use it in bed. It's that comfortable. So those two things help a lot, but the entire ergonomics of the chair are up there as one of the better chairs on the market. You could buy a Herman Miller or something and they're well over £1,000, which are going to be better, but in this price point, and really anything around this, let's say £400 or £500 and down, this one really is going to be a hard one to beat. So I have to give them, again, huge props for it. They've done an incredible job on making this thing as comfortable as possible, as supportive as possible in basically every area, and all the accessories and everything that comes with it, again, just complement to that support and comfort. So that brings us then on to the price of the chair. So I picked this one up, like I said, in the first drop, I think it was anyway, the first drop, and it was a pre-order at £329. So certainly not one of the cheapest chairs. You can get quite a few chairs less than that, but it's gone up now since I've looked, since making this video. It's actually up now at £379, which is kind of in keeping with the other limited edition chairs from Secret Lab. So £379, which is probably going to be the price going forward. Again, it's quite expensive, you're only just under £400. So the question remains, is it worth it for that money? So to answer that question, let's just say this. The number one thing in most setups that is completely overlooked, you see a lot of people with incredible desktops, monitors, they got good mics, they got everything that's very, very high spec, and then they have some cheap chair behind them. But you're sitting on this chair for maybe 5 hours to 8 hours, maybe 10 hours or more a day, sitting in one place, in one position, from the sake of your back and your future to basically play games or do any content for a long period of time. You need to be comfort and in support. You don't want to have back problems and all the other things that go along with poor ergonomics. So you want to actually have that stuff. So is it worth it? In my opinion, yes, it is. It's worth it for all of those reasons. Try not to skimp on a chair. It is a very important part of your setup. It's not one to be underestimated. There are chairs though that you can get that are a little bit less than this, that are maybe around the £250 to £300 mark, that are going to be good. They won't be as comfortable as this. They're not going to have as much support and as much comfort, but they'll still be good. I would probably stay away though from the ones that I used to have, which is a £140 chair, I think it was, off Amazon, which was okay. I sat in it for a long time, but after a period of time I had to get up and walk around because your back starts to hurt. The cushion that you sit on isn't that comfortable, so there are reasons that over a period of time you're going to be uncomfortable, whereas in this chair, hopefully you won't be. And for me now going forward, I'm really, having sat in this chair, I'm never going to go back to buying a cheaper chair again. If I need another chair and I just can't afford it, I would just literally save up as much as I can to just get a better one, because it does make a massive difference. Okay, so before we go into the conclusion, there's not like negatives as such, but there's a couple of things that are noticeable. Like I said a second ago in the video, it's the lumbar support. It's just a bit annoying that it's a free cushion. It could be attached to the chair, which would just keep it in place a little bit easier. I guess they want it to be able to move about, so it makes it more adjustable, I suppose, for anybody. I know the new Razor chair that is literally just come out has got a very, very good lumbar support, which is attached to the chair, but that chair I think is £500. But this one, it does move about a little bit. When you're sat in it, it doesn't move. It's just trying to get it in the right place every single time, and also you can't sit in the chair with it there because you can't sit far enough back, so you've kind of got to move it out of the way and then sit in the chair and then shove it down your back. So not the best, but once you're sat in the chair, like you'll just sit in place and it'll be fine, and it is very, very comfortable. And then again, the only other thing for me, it's not negative and I'm kind of getting used to it now, but if you want your legs to be wide, depends how wide you sit with your legs, but at the front of the chair it's quite angled and it's not that wide at the very front of the chair. So if it was a bit wider, you'd be able to like fit in a bit better, but it's not that wide. Maybe if you are like a bigger guy or anything and you want a chair, maybe go for the one above this, which I think is the Titan instead of the Omega, and I think they still do a Joker edition of that, but that will be a little bit bigger, shall we say. So that's the only kind of thing, and it's just something to get used to. It's not really a negative, it's just something that maybe you need to be aware of before you go out and buy one for £400 and then find it's maybe too small. On their website, I will say, on the Secret Labs website, take a look at it because it does recommend different chairs for your height and your weight. So go by those. I did that whole thing, and this was the one recommended to me, and I can't fault it really. So just go ahead and do that before you go and buy one to make sure you're buying the right one for you. Okay, so in conclusion then, this is one of probably the most adjustable chairs that you can buy. Well, not probably, it is one of the most adjustable chairs that you can buy on the market. It is certainly one of the most comfortable, and it is one of the most supportive chairs. It isn't the cheapest, no, but what you're buying for that money is high quality materials, high quality finish, the aesthetics are great, and all those things I said a second ago. So it is worth that money at $329 or $379, whichever one is going to be going forward. It is worth it, certainly worth checking out. There's a few other ones around that kind of price point, and I can't think that they are going to be better than this. So make sure you do check it out, guys. You will not go wrong or be disappointed with this chair from the start to finish. The whole process has been fantastic. The shipping is a little bit slow at this moment in time. So if you're watching this video in 2020, then it is a little bit slow at the moment in time in shipping. This did take about 7 weeks, I think, to get here. but it's worth the wait, and they kept me in contact the whole time. They kept me with updates of what was going on, so I knew the entire time it was going to be shipping at a certain date, and it literally shipped on the exact date, was delivered the next day. Great, I can't fault their service from start to finish. You take a photo of the chair, put it on social media, and you get an extra 2-year warranty as well. So your warranty is 5 years if you do that, 3 years if you don't. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did like it, please consider dropping a like, hit the subscribe button, and turn notifications on. Your support will be hugely appreciated. And you can also find me streaming on Twitch and Facebook. Links will be in the description below. If you want to come and check them out, it'd be great to see you there. And yeah, if you did like this chair and you want to consider picking one up, I will leave a link in the description below for the Secret Labs website. Go over there guys, check them out, do that little thing so you can work out your weight and your size to pick the right chair, and just go through the different ones they have. They've got quite a few new ones coming on the market, I know, from World of Warcraft, and they've got a few others there from the different esports brands. So check them out if you're looking for a new gaming chair, and I promise you, you will not go wrong if you do pick one up. But until next time guys, keep gaming, keep safe, good night, GG.